Dear viewers, welcome to today's live program, a special live program. We have been joined by a very selected few to discuss today's topic. We have Mr. Amanuddin. You all know him by this time. He is a free thinker, a social media activist. We have Amitav Ghosh, and he is from India. And we have also Mr. under a pseudonym alias Humanity Matter. He claims himself to be a new convert to Christianity. So we have a selection, very vetted selection of participants. We'll start our formal discussion in 1 minute. We'll let others join in the meantime. We're giving 1 more minute for others to join so that they don't miss our very important topic today. A very good afternoon. Um, we have been discussing about various religious issues and political issues for quite a few years now. And I spent almost all my life digging into the nitty bitty details of religious instructions. The reason for my pursuit to find the truth was my family's religious background. Though my forefathers, none of them was ever an Orthodox Muslim, except my father, who almost became an Orthodox Muslim before he passed away. But until that, my own father was a very liberal Muslim. I did see a transition from being a very liberal Muslim into some sort of Orthodox Islam before he died or at the fag end of his life, which is quite surprising for me. Nevertheless, that was the main reason. And then, as I had the opportunity of having many friends from various backgrounds since my childhood, and my family was quite welcoming to the members of other religions in our inner circles. It triggered an interest in me to understand religion because a religion plays a very strong role in developing countries like Bangladesh or India or Pakistan. So today we are trying to understand why we are doing it. One of us is here from Hindu background. One of us here is now belonging to the Christian background. Another one is probably an agnostic or atheist man. So why are we doing it? Is religion really a big problem? Why are we concerned? Why do we feel the need to talk about religion? Though religion plays a very strong role in almost everything in the lives of people in the developing countries, but really still, why are we doing it? Do we want humanity to develop? But what is humanity really? What is this norm, this understanding of humanity? Isn't humanity simply an instinct to survive as the epic, the top in the chain of animals, as the most, as the fittest species to survive? We are now ruling over all other animals with our intellect, with our rational mind, with our science. But behind all this, what is the purpose for all this? This so called vague term of humanity. Human being is just the name of a species who walk on 2 feet, use their hands to eat. Sometimes they use cutleries to eat. And we have given our lives to save sometimes other species from our own atrocities committed by our fellow humans. So, what is our target when we say that we want to rid the world of religion? What is the ultimate purpose? Love? What is love? Does it really work all the time? And all our speeches that we are giving, all the talks that we are engaging in, what is the ultimate purpose? Are we serving any purpose? Are we gaining anything at all? Or is it just a matter of writing them down in books or having them documented for future researchers? What is the ultimate purpose for all this? What are we gaining? Yes, we are gaining some friends, we are gaining some people, we are achieving some limited success. But I lived almost 3 decades in the UK. When I went there for the first time, I found them to be fairly religious. But still, they were lovely people, mostly. And humanity, or so called caring for, not only for humans, for other animals, were quite respected. Rational thinking was there. But eventually, in the matter of 20 years, almost 6.5 million Brits left religion. But did that make them more humane? I haven't seen any difference. So just living religion, does it make you more caring? I haven't seen any such example in the Western countries that I'm living in. I have lived considerable period of time in countries like Australia, USA, Canada. I haven't seen any reason to believe, unless we are talking about particular areas of those countries where ultra religious fanatics or fanaticism flare. For example, certain downtrodden areas of England or certain conservative states of the US, except those areas where religion became a problem against science, problem against this and that. But still, I can't say that just giving up religion makes you more humane. But what is that that really helps? To me, I think we have problems in many things which create problem in our lives. Money. money is a big deciding factor. Even 1 million scholars can't make any real change unless the people in power are with them, or people who have money are with them, or people who have political force are with them. Their influence, even the scholars' influence, will be only amongst the very few. They have to wait for the time when the scholars will be heard by the people who are in power, who can make changes. Until that time, all our efforts are futile. All our efforts are simply useless. Somehow we have to find a way to develop something else. What is that? As I said, money is a problem. Sometimes democracy is a problem, where in poor countries like Bangladesh or even India, Pakistan, the votes of the fools will be weighed the same as the votes from the intelligentsia. In the ballot box, they are weighed the same. Party politics also creates a sort of brainwashing in the common people, because mostly people will give votes by looking at the logo of the party. Say, vote Awami League. I love Awami League. No matter, I don't care about who is on the other side of the spectrum. So, what is it? After years of mind boggling investigation into all this, into politics and religion, I have come to a conclusion that it is a matter of mindset. It is mainly a matter of mindset. I have investigated religions, especially Islam, from every possible angle. I have studied to my best Christianity and Hinduism, Buddhism, even. But I believe that yes, all these religions have their problems, have their black sheep. But how do you challenge them? You may be banging your head trying to convince a religious man that this is nonsense. A certain aspect of religion is nonsense, irrational, it is baseless, it is barbaric, it is inhuman. But what you are not doing is you are not taking the initiative of developing analytical mindset, in developing so-called humanity, which is live and let live from the very childhood. So when you tell them, you know what, this is barbaric, they will engage mental gymnastics because they won't be able to really decipher into nitty-bitty details of what you're saying, what arguments you're giving. So they will create mental pictures to defend their positions, their absurdity. So how do you make them decide rationally? Or is logic all the times, the accepted norm? I haven't seen anything in developing countries where religions do matter, or in the developed countries where religions used to matter. They changed their positions until they could create a generation of new thinkers, or a generation of people who knew how to think logically with reason, and how not to believe someone just by relying on hearsay. Because our mind tends to follow something which were followed by our forefathers for generations. It is very difficult to get rid of preconceived ideas. Preconceived, not only ideas, preconceived ways. Preconceived ways. For example, we have some social behaviors, common social behaviors in Bangladesh among our community. Whenever we are invited to a program, we will never turn out in time. Never. We'll never turn up in time. That we'll be late is an accepted norm. If a leader is invited to a program, he will always be the last person to be there. If someone needs help, we'll just pray for them, but we will not offer any practical help. If somebody is being bashed or hammered or being insulted, or malicious lies are being spread about him, we will join up those who are following suit without even examining what they're doing. So we'll always worship the powerful. We'll always go with the flow. We'll always spread lies, rumors. These are our normal norms. If you want to go deeper into the psyche of our society, you'll see, if you ever, for example, if you ever sought help from someone, you will see that that person will avoid you for a while, and then he will come back to tell you, oh, sorry, you asked for this help, I forgot. This is the normal way to avoid. Or again, I'll give you another example. If you invited someone to a program, he will not tell you in advance, sorry, I can't make it. He will avoid you for a few days and then come up. Then he will concoct. He will manufacture a reason to justify that why he forgot that he was supposed to be there. I just gave you some examples. So where are these coming from? Are we to blame religion for all this? Yes, religious instructions do have some good things in them. All religions have good things to offer. But what are the really influencing factors? Is the mindset. I believe from my years of struggle, I have at last found a way to make religion irrelevant in my life. Religion has become totally irrelevant in my life. It has become irrelevant. So religion can be relevant in your life, or it can be irrelevant in your life. That is the main thing. Politics can become relevant in your life, or it can become irrelevant in your life. Money can become relevant in your life. Money can become irrelevant in your life. Your brain needs to be a scanner. It needs to be a scanner. So if you can find a way to help someone who, for whatever reason, is following a religion, for whatever reason under the sky, that he wants to follow a religion. He can be a Muslim, he can be a Christian, he can be a Buddhist, whatever. He's trying to find a way to follow and stick to his family tradition. Let's take it this way. Religion is his family tradition. He is traditionally a Muslim. Not only culturally, he's traditionally a Muslim. What's wrong with it? As long as we can help him find a way to make the evil or bad or obsolete instructions of his religion irrelevant to him. Say, for example, there are some verses in the Genesis chapter of the Bible, you find it utterly disgusting, or you find it utterly irrational. But a devout Christian is still a Christian. But to him, for however, he has found a way to make those bad instructions irrelevant in his life. How does he do that? Or even a Muslim, when you show him, you know what, in the hadiths or in the Quran, you have these bad instructions. But he's a devout Muslim. He doesn't go about killing people. He doesn't go about raping women. He doesn't go about marrying underage girls. But he has made those instructions irrelevant in his life, but still he's a devout Muslim. How does he do that? That's what you need to think. To find a way to make unacceptable, evil instructions irrelevant in his life. But how do you come to a conclusion that something is inhuman, something is evil? I think the main answer lies in these questions. What is peace? What is peaceful coexistence? What is living in harmony? What is love? What is reason? Can we compromise all this in our lives so that there's a balance of all this? Love, caring, sharing, living in this lovely society, and surviving together for all lives under the sun. We have to find a way for us to live with the religious people and for us to live with non-religious people. And to do this, we need to develop thinking abilities amongst the common people. The ability to think before they act. So the main factor, I don't think the main influencer is religion anymore. It's the process of developing the mindset. Hitler wanted to change the mindset of the students. RSS is trying to change the mindset of the Hindu fanatics or the students even. Islamists are trying to change the mindset of young children by lecturing them about jihad. But if we allow this, you can argue against it all the time, or you can argue for it all the time, but let's practice the basic norms first. Is your process, whatever you are following, allows unquestionably rights of all humans, regardless of color, race, nationality, appearance, sex? Are you following something which allows all that? Forget the religion for a while. Let's agree with all this. Do you want this or not? Or if you don't want it, why don't you want it? Why do you want your ethnicity to dominate? Why? Is it good for the world? Is it good for your society? Is it good for your neighborhood? Is it good for your own family? Is it good that you want supremacy of a certain race? Teach them that first. Then you can talk against Arabic fanaticism. You can talk against Western whatever. You can talk against Eastern whatever. But first of all, let's make the children understand this much. At least this much. That don't you want a society where race doesn't matter? What about thinking first, then acting later? What about examining something you hear, but don't spread rumor? Make him accept that. Do not spread rumor. Do not jump with emotion. Teach them that first. Teach the generation that first thing. Then once you develop all these details, or do not look down upon yourself. Don't look down to yourself. Don't. Have confidence that you must have a say in the society as an individual. You must have the ability to question anything. Teach them that first. So once you have been successful in doing that, 90% of the job is done. You don't have to worry about religion, because slowly what you will see, somebody is being really, ritualistic or religious, but he's not fanatic anymore. He's not ultra fascist anymore. So what else do you want? If you think somebody following a certain absurd thing as a religion makes cohabitation difficult, let him think for himself. Because if he had the opportunity of building in his mind whatever I told you, like being able to live together, giving value to others' opinion, allowing others to follow their custom culture, you will have a society where religion, fascist politics, money hoarders will become irrelevant in your life. You will not allow anyone to impose anything on anyone else anymore. You have to teach them how to help people who are in trouble. Just don't leave these things on certain group of people. For example, in developing countries, they rely on religious leaders only to teach humanity. That shouldn't be the way. The way should be to discuss these things. How do we help our future generation to think before they act? How do we help our future generation to question everything? How do we teach our children not to listen to rumors? How do we teach our children to be worried or concerned or wary about people who love to hate? What is hate? You have to teach them that. What is hate? Forget about what religions say, what democracy say, what socialism say, what communism say. Just say, teach them what is hate. What really is hate? So is religion the main problem? I don't think so. I think the mindset, if you can develop that mindset, the evil things will become irrelevant. Now I'll listen to some members of my audience. I will start with the first person to join. Humanity Matter. Humanity Matter, take away. Do you want to give your point of view?
Yeah, thanks a lot, sir. First of all, thank to you and everybody here. And it's a great pleasure to be here in this live stream for the first time.
Sure.
Yeah, okay, so I have some questions actually.
Okay. Go on. Can you hear me? Humanity, you have gone silent. You have gone silent.
Hello?
Yes, you went silent. Say that again. Put your question. Yeah, put your question forward. Go on. What is it? Continue. Humanity Matter. Continue. I have to move on to other. If
Uh,
you okay, go on.
okay, so yeah, no, is it clear now?
Yes, go on.
Okay, so my question is many people are working or talking or helping the Hindus in Bangladesh. Okay, it's good, but what about Christian people in Bangladesh? Because in Bangladesh, Christian people are getting into trouble and so many problems they're facing, and
Why
it's
do you think?
it's really awkward.
Here's the question: why do you think they are getting into trouble?
Yeah, because even I've seen some
My question is why.
issues.
Yes, I understand you can cite some examples, but why do you think the
Mhm.
main reason? What is the main reason that Christians are finding themselves in trouble in Bangladesh? Why? What is the main reason?
Yeah. So first of all, what I faced that is, whenever it comes to convert to Christianity, it's too much hard in Bangladesh. Rather than any other country in the world,
Not
you
true.
can easily convert.
Not true. Not true. Conversion is a big problem in India, bigger problem in India now.
Oh.
But my question is, why? What is it? Even if India, even in Bangladesh, Afghanistan, wherever, what is the
Mhm.
issue? The right to convert. Is that right?
Yeah,
You are claiming the right to convert. Am I right?
exactly.
So first of all, we need to teach our children from the very childhood, when they're like in the nappies even, right to choose. They should develop this ability for the right to choose. Somebody can be chained, chained down for all of his life, or somebody
Mhm.
can be confined to his wheelchair, like Stephen Hawking. Still, you can't control his mind. So, if we do not give someone the right to choose, right, what will happen?
Mhm.
Teach that child that you will go somewhere, right, where you will find it that
Yeah.
they are not giving you the right to choose.
Hmm.
You have, you have to give, to get what you want, you must be able to give the same. So these logical things you need to teach them from the childhood.
Hmm.
Otherwise, you cannot expect, say, you can't expect Muslims to leave Islam just overnight, become atheists or Christians overnight. Can you expect that? It's
No, no,
impossible.
no. Exactly. Truly said.
The same thing goes to Central African Republic, where Muslims were slaughtered by Christians and eaten by Christians a few years ago. So
Hmm.
my question is not that whether you blame Christianity or not. It's a mindset. You need
Hmm.
to develop this mindset. How you can do that? That is the topic of the academics. That is the topic of real scholars to teach the future generation with the help of the ruling group. How do you influence the ruling group? The scholars have to find a way somehow to influence the rulers. Without the rulers, you can't make any pragmatic change. That's for 100%. You can't do it. So the real scholars who love humans, humanity, and who love lives, all sorts of, all species, love even nature, because loving works, reason works, engaging works, sharing works. So they need to come together to formulate an education system. In our education system in Bangladesh, you don't have it. In India, even, you don't have it. They don't teach you how to develop thinking ability.
Exactly. And that's the biggest problem here.
That is the biggest problem. So a Muslim, you will see many Muslims will be ready to give their lives even for to save Hindus. You will find it. Devout Muslims.
Hmm.
They will give their lives. Our devout Christians, you'll find them. For example, in Turkey, right? In
Hmm.
Turkey, there was an earthquake a couple of days ago. Many people died. But there were two headlines. One, America has said we will not F-16 fighters to Turkey, even there when they are a NATO country, until they accept Finland and Sweden, right? That's one thing. But at
Yeah.
the same time, UK has become the global leader now in sending. So you see the opposite side of the spectrum. So how is it working? One is international politics. It's a question of NATO versus Russia. On the other hand, it's a question of humanity. So the English people or the Americans, they will say, okay, that's our international politics. That's irrelevant to us when it comes to helping Muslims of Turkey. You see?
Hmm.
So we need to make, say, even the Talibans of Afghanistan, you can't do all by yourself. You need humanity. When you sought help, Afghanistan had an earthquake few months ago, right? So they were
Yeah.
asking for help to the world, right? So
Mm.
then the policymakers should have been able to convince the Taliban. There, you see, you need our help. Now tell us, why should we help? Because you are begging to humanity, right?
Mm.
So you
Yeah,
can't leave
and
in the corner. So, but the thing is, if the Taliban's or any ultra religious people, whoever, BJP, RS, I don't care, whoever,
mhm.
they think they will be better off being fascists, they will be better off being ultra religious, they will be better off being a political hegemony, like even the G8, the G8, IMF, World Bank,
uh, nope.
United Nations,
Oh yeah.
five veto powers. These are all political hegemony. They say we are controlling the global economy. IMF under our
Yeah,
control,
exactly.
World Bank under our control, right? All these things. They have to understand. You can be the bosses of the United Nations. You can be the bosses of IMF. You can be the bosses of UN, but you can't continue like this forever. So you have to find a way to make poorer countries inclusive.
Okay, so what are the current Bangladeshi laws about convert or change in religion?
There's no, but
As
there's
you are
Sharia doesn't
a
work. So
student of law.
there's no bar in Bangladesh laws to convert. Absolutely none whatsoever.
Oh, okay. So that means anyone can easily convert to Christianity or Islam, right?
Yes, of course. So Bangladesh law
Mm,
doesn't.
but okay, so but I contact with some pastor or priest. So they told me that I must have to reach to the 20 years old. But I'm now 18.
Well, what is conversion? What is conversion? Conversion is at heart. It's a question of naming yourself, changing your name probably. Why do you even have to change your name? Who is stopping you
Um,
from believing whatever you want to believe? Why do you want a formality? Why do you care for a formality? If religion is your
yeah,
thing,
that's true.
I mean, if religion is your personal thing, you can have, I don't know, Xi Ping Meng, your name as your name. Who cares?
Hmm.
My name is Mufassil Islam. I've been known
Hmm.
by this name since my birth. My question is, does it matter? Do I have to change my name to just tell others what I really believe in? No, my mouth, my expression, my teaching, these are all proving what I am, what I believe in. So if religion is a personal thing, why do you bother about official, formal conversion? Irrelevant. It doesn't make sense to me, right? And again,
Yeah. Okay. So
my question is, why did you find it? Why did you find it conducive, or why did you find it necessary for you to convert to Christianity? Is it because it's a better religion, or is it because of humanity, or is it believe in Jesus? What was it?
yeah, exactly. What you said, the you know total 3 point I do believe in, and
So if those are the
basically I wanna
points,
yeah I wanna learn about the Bible more deeply, properly. So that is my intention.
so you converted without even knowing it deeply.
No, I just I know the basic thing of Christianity,
Basics.
but still,
This is the problem.
I'm researching.
Don't you think that you should call yourself something after knowing it thoroughly? Anything. You are a Democrat. You are an Awami League. You are BNP. Don't you think you should convert to that understanding after knowing it thoroughly?
Um, because if I don't convert Christianity, probably I can't access all those things,
Who told you? I accessed everything.
especially in here.
Who told you that? Is there
No, I
some?
mean, I go to the church and pray to Jesus and studying the Bible.
I mean, how can you pray to something without even knowing it thoroughly? How can you ask someone something without knowing what he can do first?
Mm.
So my question is,
Uh,
this is the problem. We jump into something, whatever. You have full right to convert to anything. There are millions of people
yeah.
who are converting to Islam. That's not the issue. The issue is, the problem is, if you go in, is it easy to come out? That's another question, if you want to. Secondly, before knowing something or before belonging to something, even a group of people, you know what? I believe in you. You should, first of all, question yourself. How does it impact your life? How does it impact your
Mm.
life? Are you going to become a better man just like that tomorrow after believing it? Does really
Nope.
there are
Exactly not.
millions of Christians who become Muslims will tell the opposite. So the question is, being a Muslim, being a Christian, being a Hindu, these are all irrelevant unless
Yeah,
until
it's true.
unless and until you can be, as I said, you can develop these things: humanity, love, reason, logic, let live and live, and social cohabitation together, living together with social harmony. If you can't
That's fascinating.
if you can't develop these things, just converting doesn't help in any way. So we
Yeah.
are converting from Awami League to BNP. We are converting from Congress to BJP. We are converting from here to there. We are migrating from Bangladesh to America. Are we changing? Are we changing?
Nope.
No. So to change, you need to change the mindset. You need to think deeper everything that you do with patience. Anything, even a word that you say, think twice before you open your mouth. Think about the repercussions,
Yeah.
the effect. Okay, you must never act like a cult. Remember,
Yeah, for sure.
leaders are powerful. It is so lucrative. You think, you know what? If I belong to the cult leader, I will be so happy. I have been harassed by ex-Muslims as well.
Mm.
I've been harassed by atheists as well, like a syndicate. Even they spread lies about me. Why? Because once somehow they fell out with me, they will try to win back their old cult by going against me, throwing abuses against me. Do you understand?
Hmm.
You understand that bit?
Yeah,
So,
I got you.
example, somebody was a friend with Mufassal, an ex-Muslim. I don't have a relationship with him. So many of the other ex-Muslims of the same circle don't trust him anymore. Having a circle is another problem. So what he does, he wants to go back to his Islamist past. So what does he have to do? He has to throw abuses at Mufassir Islam to convince their old cult that, hey, I'm back. Do you understand this? Do you understand this?
Yeah.
So I'm saying it is a question of mindset. It's not a question of anything else. It's a question of mindset. Okay, I'll come back to that. I'll go to Amitav Ghosh. Amitav Ghosh, what do you think about this?
Just a moment, sir. One more.
I'll come back to you.
Uh, okay, okay.
Right. Amitav Ghosh.
See, what I see, the religion, it only gives us some promise,
Hmm.
that too for afterlife. Other than this, I don't find anything in this religion belief. But you are very much true that converting ourselves to jumping here and there actually does not help.
It doesn't solve
How
anything.
many, correct? How many of us actually follow the rules of our religious books? No, maybe 10%, 90% people follow their heart, their
Abs-
mind.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Even you just hit the nail in the head that you will find many Muslims, even they're offering 5 times a prayer, they're wearing burqa even, but in fact,
Mm,
in reality, they have no influence of religion in their lives. Absolutely none.
exactly.
But the problem is, Amitabh, then it becomes easy for them to be a target of the fanatics. because the fanatics can make them do whatever they want with these people.
Yes, it is happening. It is happening because the thing is, the 90%, the 90%, uh, we do not actually show the interest what is there in the religion book. If somebody is telling it, we believe it. But end of the day, uh, we listen to our heart. What has to be done and has to be done.
That's right. And
So
how do you develop this heart?
see, this is your society, your family. These two are the things from where a child, a small little child, he develop his heart. Because if your society is fanatic, definitely you will become fanatic, because your family also part of that society. So your society, your family is the key feature of this humanity.
So the formula, we have to set some criteria for our teachers, for our scholars, for our rulers to set some criteria, common criteria. As I said, I named a few: live and let live, try to find a way to cohabit together socially, share and learn how to share. It works. Learn how to test everything before you jump to it. Don't listen to rumors. In our country, we memorize poetries. We memorize
Correct.
poems, but we really don't understand what you are saying. We don't really understand. We memorize them. Even the verses of the scriptures, we memorize, but we don't really understand them. But if we can give this priority instead of religion or anything else, that let's agree, cross section of people, Hindus, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, atheists, we all agree that we have to live together. There's no choice. We have no
Yes.
choice. We have no choice even. We have to live together. Because say Bangladesh, if they throw out all the atheists from Bangladesh, or Hindus, if Bangladesh, they throw out all the Hindus from Bangladesh, will that solve the problem? Answer is no.
No.
Because the thing is, Hindus, Muslims, they have to go to other countries where Hindu is not majority or Muslim is not majority. They will expect the same treatment.
Correct.
So we have to teach all this. So it's a question of developing the mindset, isn't it, Amitabh?
Correct. See, when in our kindergarten or maybe in the primary school, we used to read those things, that sharing, caring, these are the thing is the primary in our life. But do not know why we forget those. Soon we become adult.
Absolutely.
So maybe we have to be serious from the family front also, that these are the criteria. Yes.
But again, I'll give you an example. For example, you and I, both of our social drinkers. We are social drinkers. None of
Mm.
us are alcoholics. Both
Yes.
you. We are
Mm.
we are social drinkers,
Mm.
but we are not alcoholics, right? So the bad side, evil side of alcoholism
Mm.
doesn't affect our lives.
Mm.
And we are living in a society, and you visit Europe regularly, where almost all of them drink socially.
Mm.
But these societies are peaceful, caring, right?
Correct.
Respectful.
Correct.
So it
Correct.
seems that they don't become alcoholics because they found out that being alcoholic is bad for the society, because we can have driving accidents,
Mm.
we can have liver cancer, we can have this disease, that disease, so they don't drink, they don't become alcoholic for that reason.
Mm.
On the other hand, a Muslim will not touch alcohol even
Mm.
when they will read the Quranic verse, Surah 5, verse 90. There's a
Mm.
devil's handiwork. But devil's handiwork, that can be enough.
Mm.
Because you have to discuss, why is it devil's handiwork?
Mm.
So if they say, you know what, being alcoholic makes you lose your mind's balance, being alcoholic makes your health go wrong. My question is, how much of the alcohol? If you say,
Hi.
it's totally haram, you say, no, it's not. Just a bit of alcohol is not going to kill you. Rather, it's going to sober you down. It's going to cool you down sometimes, right? You have
mm,
tension, it will
mm.
slow you down. You need it sometimes. Otherwise, you can become a drug addict. That's the problem in Bangladesh now, right? So,
Correct.
so when a man all his life, the only instruction he has about alcohol is it is haram.
Mm,
It is Satan's handiwork. He doesn't.
mm,
He was never taught the other reasons. He was
mm,
never taught that.
mm,
So when he leaves religion,
mm,
he becomes an ex-Muslim. He doesn't believe in
mm,
any religion.
mm,
Suddenly he thinks, "Wow, I can drink now."
mm,
Yes, you can. But okay, well, he doesn't. He never had the teaching of not to become an alcoholic.
mm. Correct.
Uses his ex-Muslim status as a license to do whatever Islam was forbidding. You understand?
Mm.
So
Yes.
he never examined the real reason. So there are many, not even ex-Muslim, ex-Christians, ex-Hindus, whatever you say. They think just leaving religion, anything the religion says, gives me license to do whatever because nobody is watching me sitting above.
Mm,
So I can do whatever I want.
mm,
If I can lie and get away, it's fine.
mm,
If I cheat and get away, it's fine.
mm,
If I spread rumors and get away, it's fine.
mm,
If I can if I can become a hypocrite again
mm,
and become part of my old Islamist cult, it's
mm,
okay. It's
mm.
okay. Because he was never taught why he should tell the truth, why he should not do bad things. For example, you are walking the streets of, say, Warsaw. It is a
Mm.
lovely city, clean city. Most of them don't believe in religion,
Correct.
but they will never throw dirt in the streets. Why not?
Exactly.
Why not?
Mm,
Is it because, but what is making them not to do it? Because they know if they make it dirty, they will have less tourists. If they make it dirty, germs will spread.
mm.
They will be affected as well. In Bangladesh, everybody knows this hadith. Everybody. At-tuhuru satrul iman. Right?
Mm,
Cleanliness is part of iman. But everybody is throwing garbage on the streets.
mm,
And again, in India, they are worshipping Ganges, but again,
mm.
destroying it with dirt.
Yes.
So why
Yes.
is it not working? Because of the mindset.
Correct.
So if you really, really worshipped Ganges, who is stopping you? Worship
Mm.
Ganges, but respect it. Respect it
Exactly.
as if Ganges has a life. Respect it.
Mm.
So this is not working anymore because of the mindset with it. Not
This should be the conclusion. Religion is nothing to do with our human life.
no.
It is our mindset.
Just make it
It,
irrelevant. You follow your religion. Just
yes.
don't make the bad instructions irrelevant. Don't make them relevant. Make them irrelevant. That's all. Find a way. When you have the real teachings, automatically, even if you remain a religious man, bad sides of religion will become irrelevant to you.
Correct, sir. Very much.
Right. Okay. Let's go to Amanuddin. Amanuddin, what do you think?
Mufasil Islam, thank you for inviting me to your valuable platform. What I was going to say, you have already told. You have already discussed. So I'm gonna shed the light on some issues. So first of all, I'll go by the topic. Yeah, Mufasil Islam. Bhai, is it okay? Okay, the topic is called here, is religion or even Islam the main problem or something else? So let me discuss about the topic. In my opinion, religion is one of the biggest threats to the world, but religion is not only threat to the society or mankind or the world peace. I say it again.
An example, please.
I'm going to give you example. It is one of the biggest threat
Okay.
to the human society.
Okay.
That's what I say.
Okay.
There are other problems alongside
Mhm.
with religion,
Yeah.
like after religion, I would recognize another problem. The problem is politics, and the politician who are really corrupt. So the religions and the politicians and politics exist side by side, and they fuel each other, right? I mean, politician use religion as their tools to fool people, say, so they can stay on the power for a long time. It is happening in India, for example, Bangladesh. Even America use Islamic fundamentalist uh, to to serve its purpose as well. So as you know, America used Taliban to dominate Afghanistan or serve their purpose. So I don't need to discuss about it. So my point is, religion is a threat. However, it's not only threat. Religion and politics.
I'm asking you, give me one example. You give me two
Oh,
examples. One, where religion is a threat. Secondly, where politics is a threat. Give me two examples.
okay. Religion is a threat. Shall I talk about Islam?
Just give me one example. One.
Okay, Islam. For example, Islamic fundamentalists were financed by one of the superpowers, as you know. Yeah, so they are encouraged by each other, right? So Islamic fundamentalists are being used by America or whoever call them, and alongside this, Islamic fundamentalists are problem as well.
Give me an
They sorry,
How,
Mufasil bhai?
for example, how does a Muslim become a fanatic?
Okay. How does Muslim become a terrorist or threat
Yeah,
to
give me
the
one example. I want one example.
one example? For example, if you read their scripture called Quran, yeah, there are so many verses about violence, right?
I'll ask you one example.
One example, you can say, for example, you can give the example of Taliban's activities.
Mhm.
ISIS.
I asked you, give me an example of a religious instruction how a man can become a fanatic Muslim.
Okay, how a man become fanatic Muslims? Like Prophet Muhammad said, yeah, he was sent down to the people until they convert to Islam. I mean, until they say La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, and when they accept Prophet Muhammad, then it's okay. Their property and lives are safe with Prophet Muhammad and his people. So that's what I read from the hadith.
Do you think this is bad?
Of course it is bad.
Why is it bad?
Because you are forcing people to convert to your
Right.
religion.
I understand. So forceful conversion is against your understanding of humanity. Is that right?
Yeah. It's my I'm going to some example why it is
Stick to this example.
okay.
My question is, why do you think this is
Why I'm thinking,
forced,
right?
no,
Okay.
this forced conversion is wrong? Why do you think so?
Forced conversion is wrong for everything. We live in a modern society, yeah? So we can't be forceful about anything, right? For example, you are a married person, right? I'm talking about personal level. You are a married person. You want to have fun with your wife, or let's talk about me. I would like to have fun with my wife. So my wife doesn't want it. If I force my wife to sleep with me in my bed, force her somehow, then it is kind of force, and it is kind of, it is not kind of, it is a rape.
Why?
You know what I mean?
Why?
Because I'm forcing her.
Why?
I'm forcing her into
Forcing
sex.
is wrong. My question was why forcing is wrong. You are not getting my question.
I got your question. Forcing is wrong.
I'm asking reason, actual reason.
One reason is we have our rational mind.
Mhm.
We are people. We are people with our rational mind, as you said before earlier on. We have our rational mind. We are individual. We have our choice.
Why
Why
do you have to value your choice?
do I have to value my choice? Why do you
value others' choices?
Yeah, if I value my choice, then I'm going. I would be able to value other people's choice as well.
Right. So if you value your choice, you have to respect others' choices.
Yeah,
as well.
absolutely. Thank you so much.
What if you don't value others' choices?
If I don't value other choice, if I don't value
Others' choices,
value other people's choice, then I'm not living in the society in which everybody is included.
That
And
means you're trying to say, if you don't value others' choices, others will not value your choices. Is that right?
Yeah, but they are not going to value my choice. So
that's right. So that's the main
yeah.
So,
I'm going to the main point again.
No, let me ask you a question, then you will the answer.
Okay.
Will come. So tell me, where did you learn it from?
Where did I learn it from? I didn't learn it from any religion.
Okay, where did you learn it from?
I have to make it clear. I learned it from my British society.
Right, hang on there. So you learned it from the British society.
Yes.
Was it the prevalent norm 30 years ago as well in Britain?
I'm not sure about whether.
No, never.
You have been here long enough. So I'm telling you, this live and let live and secularism was in Britain even 30 years ago.
No. But it's gradually developed. It is gradually developed by our government, our free thinkers, and policymakers.
Okay, so you're thinking that it has gradually developed. It wasn't so 30 years ago.
No. It didn't come. It didn't come through overnight. Now, however, this is very important values. These are very important British values, or whatever you call
Where
it.
is it coming from? Where is it coming from?
Basically, whether you agree with me or not, but from my experience, I would like to say, first of all, it comes from 3-4 sources. Number one, state.
Where is the state getting it from? When the Queen
state, I'm coming to the point. State getting it from the policymaker.
Who are the policymakers?
I'm coming to this point. You will explain it to me as well, or everybody, and also people who are free thinkers, people who think about the country, scholars. I mean, like-minded people. So if we want to talk about it, you have to go about it.
Sorry, Mr. Uddin, what you're forgetting is the king is the head of the Anglican Church.
King is the head of Christian Church, only in name.
Not only that, a king cannot remain a king if he's not the head of the Anglican Church.
Okay, that's different topic. But
I'm asking you all this. The reason I'm asking you all this, the main issue is you learned it from somewhere. And there are Muslims in the UK who believe in this as well, and they find a way to overlook these verses that you just mentioned, right? And they will find a way to make apologetic arguments to say this verse is irrelevant, or this verse is not important, or this verse is the verse of the previous times, right? There are even if you want to call that mental gymnastics, but there are Muslims who will tell you these verses have become irrelevant, obsolete, or these are not applicable now, or these are not applicable at this time. There are Muslims, they will tell you this. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely right.
So my question is, if most of the Muslims find ways to remain Muslims and can still make those verses irrelevant, they must be engaging the same thing that you are engaging, which is humanity.
If they have no option, then
I mean,
they got to do
the
this.
question is humanity, end of the day.
Yeah,
So,
in the end of the day, humanity.
If Muslim scholars find ways
to avoid this sort of
to avoid this kind of
verses, it's like
avoid.
They are becoming like modern Christian people as well.
So what? That's what you want.
Yeah. Okay. So I understand what you meant.
There are even more obnoxious, disgusting verses in the Bible.
Yeah. They're discussing. If you read the
how say this guy, this gentleman here, young man, Humanity Matter, who doesn't even know about Christianity. He said, I'm a convert Christian. But the question is, I mean, there are verses in every verse of the Quran that you find disgusting. There are double the verses of disgusting verses
in Old Testament,
even New Testament.
Even New Testament. Oh, recently, Mufasil Islam.
The question is, if I can maintain my humanity from my social teaching, from a family teaching, what is the problem if I remain a Christian, Buddhist, Hindus, whatever? Who cares?
Okay, can I say something about one violent verse from the Old Testament and one violent verse from the Veda as well, and Quran as well, right? In Old Testament, I can't pronounce the name. I read one verse. The God is telling his Jewish people, yeah, can you go there and break their temple or the statues to pieces, smash them down. You are the chosen people or chosen race over the entire races in the world.
Christians have found a way to make it irrelevant.
Okay, if you read that,
Muslims need to do find a way make these verses obsolete, unworking, irrelevant.
Yeah. If you read the Veda, Veda, in Veda it is clearly mentioned, whoever doesn't follow the instruction of Ved or deny Ved or do not recognize Ved, you burn their houses.
Now the question, Mr. Uddin, you are seeing it from a certain view. There are Hindus who will interpret it in a different view.
Yeah, they interpret it.
Let the vast majority of Hindus interpret it in a way which is acceptable to everybody, so that we can all live together, even following Veda. What is the problem?
You said what is the problem, but problem may arise in the future again.
Or problems may arise from anything, even from Shakespeare's poetry.
You cannot compare Shakespeare's poetry.
I mean, you can say it, but I'm just giving you an example.
Now you are giving me an example, but
a Tempest, a ghost.
Yeah, but you can amend the religion, Mufasil Bhai. You can amend the religion, but you
don't have to amend the religion. You have to amend the mindset.
Okay, amend the mindset. How are you going to amend the mindset? Let's
give priority to common understandings.
Okay, can I explain to you how you're going to amend your mindset, or how you're going to develop your mindset? I got some points you have already discussed about it, so I don't have to go into details. I'm trying to shorten my discussion. First of all, if there is a rational person, if there is a person with rational mind, yeah, he is safe for the environment, he is safe for his society, and he could contribute to the society for the well-being of society and mankind as well. Now, rational mind, who got rational mind? I think the person who is not biased, the person who accept everything rationality with rationality, right? So
What is the, why do we always have to, why
okay,
do you
a
always
person with
in logic?
okay,
Do you have
go by the logic. A person with rational mind.
So then, do you have to believe in logic and all the time?
I'm not saying do you have to believe, do we have to believe in logic?
Do you
We have to be
No, you
we no, you don't have to. I said we have to be, we have to be rational, we have to have rational mind.
no,
For example,
not
a
always.
person with rational mind is confident, logical,
No.
intelligent.
So then
and
it depends. It depends, when also.
okay, I'm telling you when.
Sometimes you have to be absurd in your mind.
Okay. So a person with rational mind produce his own ideas and asks his background, culture, and question about everything.
That's not
right?
what Einstein said, though.
Eh?
That's not what Einstein said. Einstein said, all my discoveries emanated from my most absurd thinking.
Okay, so if you are a person with rational mind, you're not going to accept everything.
No.
Accept everything as there.
I'm saying is absurd thinkings are also necessary sometimes. I'll give an example. When we were growing up as children, we used to dream of going to the moon. Old lady sitting on the moon weaving knits, right? That's what we used to think when we were children, right? So that thought eventually helped Neil Armstrong land on the moon. So your absurd thinking is sometimes necessary.
No, I'm not saying it's unnecessary. If you have rational mind, you can establish your own judgment. No, you cannot follow anybody blindly.
You have to sometimes be able to use you should know when to use absurd thinking. For example, if you're watching a sci-fi movie and your brain is always
no, I'm not going that. I'm not going in that direction, Mufasil Islam bhai. My point is, if you develop your rational mind, you could do so many things for your own betterment and the betterment of the society as well. Rational mind is very important.
What do you need to do then? Change the mindset.
For example, if I'm not talking about religion at the moment.
Anything in life, you have to change.
Anything in life. For example, I think rationally. If Mufasil Islam say anything to me, I have to think about it.
Of course,
whether I have to think about it, whether it is good for me, whether it is good for me or not, whether it is good for me, good for my society or people around me. For example, if you say anything, or for example, you wrote something in your book with some good instruction. Now, if I think that it is not going to going with me very well, so if I establish my judgment on your opinion from your book, then I am free person. I can think freely. For example, and later on, if I see your opinion or your topic from your book proved wrong, proved good for the society, then I would accept it. This is my judgment.
What I'm trying to say is, Mr. Uddin, that your mind should be equipped to understand allegories. Able to you should be equipped to understand when to apply logic. Your mind should be equipped to understand when it is simply literature. I'll give an example, even from personal level. Even from personal level, you don't have to discuss with anyone. If you read this poetry, I will read this to you. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether it's in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles. You see, this much, only this much. We're talking about Shakespeare, right? So to be or not to be, that is the question. You understand this? Nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. if you think these words logically, it will not make sense.
Mm.
Because slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, how can it be logical? Then you have to use poetry. You have to use your
So you have to use your own judgment, Mr. Mufassil.
mind. So you have to develop a mind to even understand what is allegory.
So how are you gonna develop your mind?
That is the thing. How are we going to develop your
That's
mind?
that's the important question.
That is the thing we need to develop.
Yeah, if you need to develop your mindset, you first of all you got to be a rational person.
No. First of all, it depends your age, your time. For example, a child will develop a rational mind. At the same time, the child should be given the opportunity to think absurd, think irrationally as well. For example, a child will love to hear, Aladdin flying on a carpet. The child loves it. So it depends on the age as well. So the child, when he will grow up, he will one day understand you can't really fly on a carpet.
I mean, you trying to say you have to take everything into consideration.
Absolutely.
That's I agree with you. I agree with you. So this sort of
context as well.
Yeah, context as well. So
we find a way how to live and let live.
How to live and let live, and also
what is the point? What is the point of hammering a religion from certain bad sides? What is the point?
First of all, if you really how do I explain it to you? Like fanatic religion and being a blind follower of any political dogma or politics.
You don't have to worry about blind following as long as you can teach the mind.
Okay. Now, what I'm saying is,
as you said, teach the mind how to make all these absurd or obsolete verses irrelevant. That's all you need to teach.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
It's like filtering the garbage.
Yeah. For simply speaking, religion is obstacle.
What is the obstacle? 90% of world's wealth is in the hands of 1% of the people.
Okay.
That's an obstacle.
So, the way what I'm going to say, the religion is obstacle to free thinking.
Everything is obstacle on the way. You're walking on a road, traffic light. The traffic light is an obstacle for you to drive freely.
Now that's for valid reasons. So the traffic light.
Everything needs to be.
And
on context.
The question is, do we need any religion? For example, I give you an example. Let's say I'm walking down the riverside, right? I saw a young boy is drowning in the middle of the water. Do I need to follow the instruction of religion, or do I have to jump into the water to rescue him, or call?
Whatever works. If religion tells you that you have to save humanity, if you find a verse in the Quran or a Bible or
okay, but do I need it actually? My conscience.
It's a question of whether you need it. It's a question of how it works. You can save someone. No, listen again. If you want to save that boy, what you can do? For example, you can throw a rope.
Yeah, of course.
A boat.
Yeah.
Or you can swim.
Yeah.
You wish to save him.
Or you can shout out. You can shout for help.
In the same way, if you want to save that boy and you say, I did it because Allah told me, it's fine. If someone said, Krishna told me, that's fine.
My point is, Mr. Mufassil Islam, my point is, in that case, do you have to follow the religion?
No. The question is not a question of have to. It's a question of how if it works, that's fine.
Okay, that's different thing. But without religion, you can help out. You can help any troubled person. You don't need any religion there.
Not is a question of without. It's a question of everything you can do without. You can learn even E is equal to MC square, not from Einstein, he's long dead, from his from books. So it's not a question of where you come from. It's a question of whether it is working in your life. That's all.
I think Mr. Mufasil Islam, other people
Let's move on.
waiting eagerly to talk.
That's all.
So,
Let's move on to. Thank you, Mr. Uddin. Let's go move on to Rana Babu.
shall I go now? I got other things to do.
That's fine. You can.
Thank
go.
you so much. Thank
With
you.
everybody's permission, you can go. Thank you very much
Okay, bye-bye.
for your time, Mr. Babu, Rana Babu. Go ahead, Rana Babu.
Uh,
What do you think about all this?
Thank you, Mr. Mosul Islam, to give me a chance to
Doing,
say something to your platform. Yes.
are we
This is
wrongly so far?
sorry.
Are we doing wrong so far?
In which purpose?
For example, criticizing religion, should that be main purpose, or developing mindset should be main purpose?
Both.
Both. Right. If you say
Yeah.
both, the question is, then in everything you have to make them understand that they should be able to interpret it in a human way, or give it up to them.
If it is interpreted by the human mind, and it should be kept up. Your mind setup is very essential to set up anything. If you have not a rational mind, you cannot set up can you cannot set your mind as you want. Rational mind is needed.
Rana Babu,
Very much essential.
you and I, we are criticizing certain instructions of, say, Quran all our lives, right?
Right.
But you develop this from where? You develop this mind to discard those fanatic instructions because you developed a rational mind, right?
Right.
So
right.
you can teach this to another fellow human. He can be Christian, Hindu, Buddha, whatever. That's all you need to do. So, now what you have developed, you can now easily pick which verses are bad, right?
Right.
Certain quality in your brain from which you have developed this ability to throw out bad verses.
Yes.
You cannot list all those verses. I can give you 100 lists of bad verses, 100 lists of bad verses. But you have a quality already in your brain by which you can scan bad verses, right?
Right.
That's all you need to do.
How can you measure the bad verses?
For example,
you need to
Jibhotta Mahapap, or killing other life, is wrong. For example, I'll give an example. Right. So if you agree on this point, right?
Yes. I agree.
Then you will find verses which are instructing to kill. You will say, no, right, you can't do that, right? Or again,
right,
spreading rumor is bad. Because if you spread rumor, somebody else will spread rumor about you as well, right? It's bad.
Right.
So if you find any verse which is telling you to lie, you will say, no, I can't do that, right? So you need to make a list to develop intelligent mind, to develop humanity. That's all you need to do. So we are doing the wrong way, Rana Babu. I believe we are doing the wrong way. This is wrong. It's okay that you are discussing certain aspects of religion to be, okay, let's put it this way. Let's not say it's wrong. Let's say it is not the most effective way.
Right.
Well, it does help many people to live religion, right? But it's not a question of living religion that we should be bothered about. It's a question of developing humanity.
Humanity is very much essential.
So if you have humanity, bad sides of religion will become irrelevant. Why don't you? Who is denying you from enjoying the good sides of religion? Even if they're absurd. Why should you not enjoy?
Because I am not enjoying. I have a rational mind and I have a free thinking ability. And I know what is good and bad, so I don't believe in this type of sorting thinking.
Is there anything in any
Yes.
religion that you find good,
I have to follow that.
right? For example, if
Uh,
Islam, for example, says pay zakat, right? Or give to charity,
uh,
even on Eid day, right? Can you make this charity habit even better instead of saying it is not in the Quran, it is not even in the Hadiths, it doesn't serve any purpose.
it is not important to me. It should be must be in a religious book. If it is good or better for the human, I
Do
have
it,
to do that.
do it. And even if
Yes,
Muslims do it, and even if it is not in the Quran, right? Even if it
yes.
is not in the
Uh,
Hadiths, if it is good for the society, do it.
Obviously, I have to do it.
Do
Obviously,
it.
I have to
Not
do
only
that.
do it, I will also take part, I will also participate in it.
Yes, yes, yes. Obviously.
And I can find Quranic instructions asking me to do it, even with non-Muslims in good deeds. So if a non-Muslim is doing something good and they're saying it is coming from the religious book, I will say I have no problem. I have no problem.
I have no problem.
I
I
will
have to follow that.
join with you. I will join up.
I appreciate it. I appreciate. I will appreciate it.
So what is our main struggle? Is it to get rid of religion, or is it to develop human intellect and rational thinking and humanity? What is the main purpose?
The second one.
The second one. If that's the
Yes.
thing, my question is, our main struggle should be to help future generations develop the mindset, which will become, the brain will become a scanner, right? I will tell you how much rational thinker I am. Day before yesterday, I watched the Indian film Pathan. In that movie, Salman Khan was grabbing a bad guy, and his enemies were firing at him with a machine gun. So
Okay.
he was standing behind a man, and a machine gun was hitting the man in front of him. He didn't get hit. I mean, how absurd is that?
It is totally absurd. How it is possible?
But
All should be.
90%, 99% of our community, Indians and Bangladeshis, they don't see it. They said, wow, Salman Khan, you know what?
That is great.
You know,
What
and
a, uh,
I told myself, oh my God, why did I have to think that rationally? I've now lost the taste of it. That's funny. I found it funny. Somebody's throwing, bullets with a machine gun, and it's not hitting Salman Khan just because somebody was standing in front of him. How does it make sense?
yes, right.
And he was grabbed by a flying aircraft. He was pulled by an aircraft, and he was still alive. How is it possible?
uh,
An aircraft, not even a helicopter. And it became the greatest Indian hit of all times. But
That's what I mean. Yes.
when people go to the movies, they do accept some absurdities, That is movie.
Right.
When you go to the movie,
A movie.
you accept some absurdities. So when
Yes.
you are working, when you are enjoying your religious book, accept some absurdities. It's fine, as long as you don't follow it. Nobody's gonna, believe that somebody is standing in front of me and somebody using a machine gun to kill him. The
No,
bullet will come to me. Nobody's gonna believe that in that cinema hall. Nobody.
nobody. Yes.
It's,
But they are enjoying that.
they're enjoying it.
They are enjoying that.
It's absurdity. They love absurdity.
We love absurdity, but absurdity when in the religion's book is there is some absurdity, we can enjoy it, but we have to criticize that
What
in
you
my own way.
no,
No
you,
problem to that.
what no, that's fine. But what you have to do is, as long as you can convince people what is absurdity, what is evil,
Right.
that is an easy way. Otherwise, as religion has emotion attached to it, they will they will not know how to throw it out. They only can make it irrelevant.
Right.
The only way to help them make it irrelevant is to help them find a logical ground, to find an excuse to make it irrelevant. And eventually, if they keep on doing it, anything bad, whether religion, politics, they will throw it out from their lives. So it's a slow process. But otherwise, you will always find people saying, "Oh, this is my religion, this is my faith, this is everything." But as long as they understand what should get priority, logic, if it is logic, humanity, and why, why, do I can't kill people? Why can't I go about killing people? Why can't I rape? Why can't I banish other communities from my land? As long as they understand all this, all other
That
verses
is right.
which go against this will become irrelevant.
Irrelevant. Obviously irrelevant.
Find a way. You don't have to. They will find a way to make them irrelevant. They themselves will find a way to make them irrelevant.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's endless. Right? You
I
see,
agree with you. I agree with
I are
you. Yes.
witness that even ex-Muslims can create syndicates to hate, right? You know this.
Yes, I know.
So what are we struggling for? Because they have left religion, but their minds did not develop. They still believe in hearsay. They still believe in rumor. They still create hate groups, right? Still they create hate groups. So how has he changed living religion? He hasn't changed, or she hasn't changed at all living religion.
Now, they are also creating a problem in society. It's not the way to solve the problem.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, let's move on to Buddha Munshi. Thank you, Prana. Buddha Munshi, go ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mufassal bhai.
I have to leave, Bhaiya.
Okay.
I have to leave.
That's fine.
Thank you, Bhaiya.
Yes, I'm. What you discussed at this time, I agree with you. There is no doubt.
Yes.
Current society is standard on this morality already developed from humanity, which where we don't need religion at all.
Why, when you say we don't religion at all, why not?
Because morality and humanity come from heart.
From heart.
From heart.
You mean from
my conscious mind, and my conscious mind depends on my conscious mind.
How does a conscious mind develop? We are all animals.
If we think everything and rationally,
how can we develop a mind from the childhood? When we are born with some animal instincts.
Yes, we are from the childhood. We are biased and we are mindset.
Yes, how do you think it?
But everybody should thinking rationally. So, when they are growing up, they should.
How do you, when you say everybody should think rationally? Do we have to always believe in reason? Always logic? Do you always have to believe in logic?
If you think everything logically and rationally, and you use your conscious morally, and what do you call it?
What is
then everything should be clear, and everything should be clear.
It's a question of teaching people objectively, and also to teach people circumstantially. You can't, you can't make a child happy asking that child or requiring that child to live 100% logical life all the time. It's impossible. Because when
it's impossible.
Is it logical?
It's not logical. But one thing we have to see now, that is, you see in Eid al-Adha, in Bangladesh and India and Pakistan, this subcontinent, we used to slaughter our cattle in front of people. That is unhygienic, everything. But in others country, in especially in West and especially in Saudi Arabia, they used to slaughter their cattle in such a certain place, such an area, not everywhere.
So
So
what
they know
do
this
you
is come from this is come from our society. They make this society what they think it should be happen.
now what they need to do is teach the generation what is health and hygiene.
Yes.
So you don't have to tell them, you don't have to target Qurbani during Eid. All you need to
During
do is teach them what is health and hygiene.
yes.
So you also have to teach them what is compassion.
Compassion
You,
and hygienic everything,
yes, so if
because in front of any child, if someone's slaughtered the cattle, what will be happening
you need
the
to
child mind
no,
and brain.
you need to teach that family what is what a child should not be allowed to see, right?
Yes,
So
absolutely. If we do this practice in the butcher house,
horror,
there is no need.
it can be a
There
horror
is
movie, it can be an
yes,
horror movie, right? It can be a
yes,
violent movie, right?
yes, yes,
So
maybe.
it can be slaughtering a cow even, right? So
Yes,
the question is, what do you do then? If you pick up a certain religious ritual, right?
yes, yes.
You will annoy them, and it will work. It will work. You will
And another religion person also.
no.
Yeah,
And what is happening
annoying.
is that what happens then? You might be successful in 1% of the case,
Yes,
but don't you want these things to come from a neutral point of view instead of targeting a certain community? Give me 1 minute break. I'll be back in 1 minute.
humanity matter. Could you tell something, please?
So
Yes, yes,
what I was saying is, as long as you can develop the mindset equipped for a modern lifestyle, right?
yes, right.
And you can teach them how to have a better society.
How to have a better society by this time, and the
Then what?
time is also one of the main tools we can call
Yes.
it. The
Then
time.
then Qurbani, slaughtering in the streets, this will become irrelevant because there are slaughterhouses who
Yes,
are
a lot of slaughterhouse we
no,
can set up also in our country.
which are unhygienic as well, right? So
Right?
so to make it a general rule, if you can set a general rule, first listen to this: you can subject your child to barbarism, to watch barbarism, right? You can't subject your child to something horrific. You can't subject your child to some situations where the child might use that to harm each other. For example, every medicine package is written keep away from children, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So it is like that. A child doesn't have that rational mind yet, that age yet, to understand what is right, what is wrong.
What is it? Yes, absolutely.
So a child, if the child watches a being slaughtered in front of his eyes from the childhood,
Yes.
that his heart will become hardened. His
Many
heart,
child I saw and watched before. Many child was traumatized
traumatized.
by
And not
seeing
only
like
that,
this.
the reverse is many child's heart will become so hard
So
when
hard. Yes.
when they will see humans being slaughtered, they don't care. So you need to teach these things first of all. Then nobody will slaughter their cows in front of the children. To number one,
Yes.
you can teach them health and hygiene in every aspect of life.
Every aspect. Yes.
Then
Every
they will
aspect it
not
should be
slaughter.
maintained.
Then they will not slaughter in the streets.
There will be the government or mayor of the city corporation or any village area, there will be certain place which the animals will be slaughtered. Uh,
Absolutely. Absolutely. So my main purpose of today's video is I think it is more effective. It will be more effective for our mission to succeed if we can discuss humanity, rationality, ways
nationality.
to develop mindset, our social misconceptions, age old ideas, age old ways of life,
Voice of life.
instead of only targeting religion. I mean, this is a more effective way.
Absolutely, it's more effective.
More effective.
More effective as, as per the aspect of the current time and the current era,
Hmm.
which evolved already.
Yes,
That
there are
should
many
be
things in Islam which are
the
very nice. There are many things in Islam which are very nice.
yes.
There are many things in Christianity which are very nice. There are many things in Hinduism which are very nice. So why should I not be appreciating that? I should be able
We
to
should
appreciate. We should be
like
appreciate.
this. We can, and you also talked about charity. Charity, if you think only from a religion perspective, that cannot be happen. Charity, this kind of program should be come from society.
As
We
long as
should
the
very,
society allows,
yes,
and for example, a Christian man coming to the help of African people and saying that I am giving you this food or this medicine in the love of Jesus Christ, right?
right,
No problem.
no problem.
A Muslim comes and say, I'm giving you this charity because of
In the
zakat.
name of Allah,
In the name of zakat. No problem.
no problem.
An atheist man comes and says, I'm giving you because of humanity. No problem. So, but the question is, which is the best? I'm saying, if a Muslim says giving zakat is allowed only to Muslims,
Muslims.
I will say, think, find a way in your religion, find an interpretation in your religion so that you can give it to non-Muslims as well, right?
Yes,
So what you will see, there are many Muslim scholars who are saying, no, charity can be given to non-Muslims, right? Then my
yes,
question is, how did they do it? They did it because they have a intelligent mind and they have a reasonable mind where
reasonable mind. Yeah.
humanity got priority.
Yes, absolutely. Prefer humanity first.
That's what you need to do. So converting from one religion to other, it's like I mean, and also giving up. I mean, this is all endless, mind-boggling thing. You can do whatever. The formula is this: change your mindset with poetry, philosophy, literature, from your family, from your rational thinking, from whatever. Think what is best for live and let live.
Lately, and
And
for humanity.
with respect, you also get respect back.
Absolutely.
If you say thank you get thank you back, and it feels good. You know,
Heart feel good.
when in the West we are walking in the say we are walking into a shopping mall, right? Somebody who never saw you in his life will open the door for you. Trust me, he's not a doorman. He'll open the door for you, and you will come in and you will tell him thank you, right? And you will never see one
Absolutely.
another again, right? The same thing you will do to someone else in the future. He will say
Yes,
thank you. So it feels good when somebody smiles at you. It feels good when somebody thanks you, right? So if you start enjoying good things from the others, regardless, he can be black, white, Hindu, Muslim, Christian,
whatever there is.
whatever, you will not be bothered about that man being a Hindu or Muslim or Christian. You will not even bother, will you? No.
Absolutely.
Jalaluddin Rumi said, if you are chased by a tiger and somebody saves you, you will not ask his religion. So the question is, as long as you can develop humanity and somebody found a way to scan bad things from his religion, yeah, and he still remains a religious man, I have no problem with that.
No
That's-
problem. And
That should
I have
be.
option. I have option to give up this bad thing or the black thing or negative thing from
As
religion.
long as you and I both agree
Yes.
this is fanaticism, that's fine. I don't have to. I still don't have to take you out of the religion. I don't have to.
No need.
No need. As long as you are agreeing with me, this verse is irrelevant now. I'm fine.
For this time. For this time. Yes.
I have no problem with that.
Maybe this verse is compatible for that time.
Yes, I have no problem with that.
1400 years ago.
Yes.
That time.
I may at personal level, if as a scholar, if I'm asked about the history of this verse, I would say this has bad history, and his
Yes.
mental gymnastic is absurd. I can say that, right? But that is when it comes to scholarism. But the common people, if you can develop the mindset, because 99% of the people don't think like scholars. So the mindset needs to be changed with the help of common ground. We have a common ground. The common ground is live, let live. Humanity, social cohabitation, living together, respect, get respected. And it works. And otherwise, you will never find peace. Being a Taliban, when you are in trouble, you will need help from non-Muslims as well.
Yes. And they are also doing like this. They hired scholars from West world already.
You will never find a time when Christians can live alone. You can never find a time when Hindus can live alone. You will never find a time when atheists can live alone. You will never find a time when Muslims can live alone. It's impossible. The entire world will never become under one dogma. Never.
Never. It cannot. It's not possible.
It's not possible. Even if you have the power to shut everybody's mouth, even if you have the power to conquer the entire world, even if you have the power to dominate the entire world, even if you have the power to subjugate all human beings, shut the mouth of all human beings, still you will never be able to bring everybody in one basket. Never.
Never. It cannot be possible.
So that's what we need to teach for the Muslims. Because otherwise the entire endeavor is futile. I think we are rather annoying people.
Yes.
I think we are rather annoying people. Okay, let's move on to humanity matter. Last word, and we end this conversation. Humanity matter.
Okay, so thankfully, actually, I'm now trying to be an altruistic and humanist. At least I'm trying. After watching your videos,
say humanist. When you say humanist, don't say humanist means only atheist. Don't think that.
Okay, so can you please tell me that?
If you say humanist being humanist, then are you trying to tell me all religious people are not humanists? I will not accept that.
Oh. So how we can establish, more and more free thinker in Bangladesh? What's your point of view? What about this?
It's a free thinker again. Always coming from your take your microphone off or something. But I'm saying the only way to do it is not to expect them to give up all religions. No, it is an impractical way. They will make those, they will find a way either to make the entire religion irrelevant, or they will make part of the religion irrelevant, or they will make part of the political views irrelevant. But they have to come to a common ground, a mutual ground. And to develop this mutual ground, you need to have a cross-party discussion, cross-religious discussion, where they will all have to agree. A group of people have to agree. You are a Muslim, I'm a Hindu, I'm a Christian, I'm a Jew, whatever. We all agree. Every life is precious. Somebody can say, my religion says more about it. I don't care. I don't want to hear. Somebody said, my religion doesn't say this. His religion doesn't say this. I don't care. I don't care. As long as he says, Islam says it as well. Every life is precious. Fine. Buddhism says, Sarve Sata Sukhita Bhavantu. I said, fine, that's fine, I agree. A Christian says, love thy enemy. That's fine. Oh, you know what? Islam doesn't say that. I said, bullshit. You can say fanatics don't say it, but the apologetic Muslims found a way. I will value that. I will value that. I value that. I respect that. You can say he has engaged in mental gymnastics. I don't care. I don't care as long as he agrees with me on humanity. Every life is precious. Do not follow rumors. Be careful about your mouth. Don't hurt anyone. You can say, if you hurt anyone, the curse will fall. I said, yeah. Or a religious or an atheist man will say, if you lie, eventually lie will catch up, or truth will catch up with you. Why? Because that's what history says. I'm fine.
It's the universal truth.
I'm fine. Because deep down, the world believe in this. Deep down. Religious or irreligious. Most of the people believe in this. Otherwise, this world would have ceased to exist long time ago. Do you believe this?
Yeah.
That's right. That's why.
I would say with you.
You can be a Christian, Jew, whatever. I don't care. As long as you can prove yourself to be a better human being. You think before you talk. If you hear something, as long as you have concrete evidence that what you believe in is true, the question is it harming you? How does it harm you? You have to ask many questions. Are you belonging to any cult? Do you belong to a group which is acting like a cult, a tribe? Are you becoming a member of a hate group, a syndicate of hate? Do you know what is hate? Right? You have to ask those questions.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think that's all for today. Thank you, everybody, whoever have joined. I have changed my ways. I have matured more, I think, in my mind. I've matured more. And I think, in my future speeches, I will try to follow a more mature way, which is to develop humanity rather than bashing.
Yeah, that's great.
Let's develop consciousness. Let's develop conscience. Let's develop reason. Let's develop patience. Let's develop love. Let's develop mutual respect for one another. Let's find a way how to live together, regardless of our differences. Let's find a way. Thank you very much for listening. Good night.